This has become an international symbol for something completely different than what I grew up with.
All emojis have a secret meaning.
Oh, eggplants are dicks. This is some kind of a dick-related agreement.
I just wanted to introduce what are emojis and what that's all about. And I just got finished watching this movie called Blockers, and it's about this, 30, 40 something year old parents. They're trying to block their teenagers from making what they perceive to be a bad mistake at the prom party. Now, as you can imagine, it's a great comedy. One part of that stood out to me is how they're trying to decode what the teens are doing, communicating with each other on the phone using all these emojis, like the ones you see in the title of this video.
Agreement.
Maybe they're just saying, hey, you're okay with me, you're okay with me.
We go live, right? And then those videos get re-edited into short form videos that are square, because statistically, square videos get the most engagement because they got the title on the top and they've got the captions below, and they work basically tall format or wide format. Now, when you make those titles on top, here's an important number, 69,000. 69,000 is the number of pages you're gonna scroll through on average every single year. And if you don't have a great title on top of your video, or if you're not live, then people are not gonna see your videos. To pause scrolling just long enough for you to get your first few words in. We want to get people to stop scrolling. Different people stop for different things. You got to have bold titles, it's got to have high contrast, and it has to be really, really simple words. What's something that children recognize at an even earlier age more than they can read? Like before you could read the word eggplant, you probably knew what that was. And you probably knew you didn't want to eat that, right? We're not talking about innuendos here, okay? I'm talking about literally an eggplant, right? Apples, right? Bananas, all these food items, or hands, right? You recognize those visual cues before you learned to read. I'm thinking in my head, that's probably why when I put emojis into my titles, those videos get more engagement. Here's the thing, I'm always trying to figure out how can we shortcut the time from when someone sees the title to when they feel something. That's my goal. How can we make that a shorter distance from when people see your title coming on the bottom of the screen to when they calculate this is interesting, so that your video can start being watched? Because people's attention spans are getting shorter and shorter and shorter every single day. How can we shortcut that distance? And I think what's going on is when people see images inside of the title, that computes faster than words. That gets to the brain faster than words, and that's why it's more engaging. Having to read is something you learn after you learn to recognize pictures. My suggestion to you is when you make your videos, when you're designing your titles, find a way to put pictures in the form of emojis up inside the title above the video. That way people respond faster. The one I've been using a lot lately, it's actually just working, is the flame emoji. I put a flame here and a flame here, and if my editor, if you're watching this, put flames up there. See how that looks. If you're trying to get people to stop scrolling, then stick some flame emojis up there, stick one of these up there, whatever it is that's gonna work for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time.